Hello Joburgers, welcome to another exciting show of Joburg Today, and I'm your host, Raymond Maruku. If you've never heard of the name Johnathan Mannion, well, not to worry about. You've probably seen his work as a photographer on a Jay-Z, DMX, or Outkast CD cover.
Johnathan Mannion is a photographer and director that has been working within the hip-hop culture for the last 20 years and is now celebrating in Johannesburg and bringing this body of work to share with the people. The exhibition that is sort of put together courtesy of Hennessy has been brought now to celebrate the individual moments in a timeline kind of format to show what it felt like from 1995, the Notorious B.I.G. on stage, straight through to current with DJ Khaled's Major Key delivery in 2016. So this year marks my 20th year of shooting, and I think that it's been really important to kind of give it to the people. Like, I know that I've taken all these shots, I know that they're important, and they're also everybody else's timeline. You know, they mark moments of like, I remember when I bought that album, the Eminem album, I had to hide it under my pillow because it had bad lyrics and my mom would have taken it away. Like, there's now generations of people that have embraced this culture. I mean, we cover and span about 80 years worth of humanity if you look at it and do the math backwards, of kids that are just understanding it, young kids whose fathers are playing it in the home. Like, you know, it's like, this is a wide range of images, and really it's exciting to celebrate. The 20th year is important to me. I've done multiple shows around the world, and this pit stop, Johannesburg, is a joyful one, as it is my first time in Johannesburg. I think the benchmark is ever moving. Any creative is going to try and exceed what he or she has done before and keep on elevating and moving forward and upward. So there's always a forward movement for me. These artists have these little sweet spots in time, and I've been so blessed to be attached to so many of these moments, you know, throughout people's career, because it's not only my journey forward as a photographer, but more importantly, like, I'm part of these people's history as well. Like, I really admire these people for their talent and their bravery. You know, putting their art form out there in any form is brave and courageous, and it's something that I really appreciate, because it's the risk that I also took. You know, white boy from Cleveland, Ohio, moves into the hip hop arena. Like, I'm not really supposed to be here if you look at where people are supposed to be, but I passionately believed in the music. I actively participated in the culture. I was knowledgeable about my craft, not only of photography, but of music and the craft that was happening around me. So I felt like I had really compelling statements to make. I'm a storyteller when it comes down to it, and I'm here to deliver these stories in real time. I would definitely say that good enough is not good enough, whether I would call myself a perfectionist or not. You know, there's definitely moments that I aim for as perfect as I can be in that moment, but I think ultimately it comes down to just giving your best. I can do what I can do, and it changes day in, day out. If I'm a little under the weather, fighting through it, if I've had 2 hours sleep, you know what I mean? Am I gonna deliver the same product? Maybe not, but I also feel that it's all in divine order, man. You know, what I give is from the heart, and it's passionate. I believe in the people, I try and hold them high. Anybody who's in front of my lens. And whether it's a quick snap in a hotel that I did of Ricky Rick last night, which each of the shots could have been an album cover, like, and I'll show them to you and you can tell me whether that's the truth or not, but like, I'm always delivering the product, whether it's on an iPhone or the Hasselblad H5 with the IQ250.
So this has been a project that we've been trying to get right for the last 4 years, in fact. Hennessy as a brand, we really are entrenched in this culture of hip hop. And it's something we're very proud of, and really this is for us to celebrate that. It's not something that was really contrived for us. It is more about the stories that Johnathan can tell. He's something that we were really inspired by and really excited to bring to life.
I will be spending time with Casper and AKA and Ricky Rick and whoever else is gonna, you know, deem me worthy of spending some time with them. Hopefully there's a beautiful exchange that happens. What's next after this? I go back to New York. I hit the ground running. I'm doing a big campaign. Looks like Art Basel is on deck. And 2017 obviously closes out the chapter of 20 years. So I do feel 2017 begins the next wave of the journey.
Well, what are you waiting for? Do join us on our social media platforms. On Twitter, it's @Joburg Today, and like our Facebook page, that's joburgtoday.tv. Mohombi is a Swedish Congolese Grammy Award-winning singer who happened to join us in studio, and this is how the interview unfolded.
It's hard to see forever. It's like we're walking in the dark, but we can make it through whatever if we follow our hearts. So let me carry you now. All the way.
Who is Mohombi in a nutshell?
Mohombi is probably the most spontaneous guy you would ever meet. I'm taller than people think I am.
Yes.
I'm a very happy dad. You know, besides being an artist, I am also trying to be a good father.
Oh, wow.
And Mohombi is somebody who's using music to actually change the world.
So how do you juggle everything? I mean, you're a family man. You literally cater for almost every genre of music. How do you handle all of it? How do you work around it?
I think it's just passion, and instead of hitting the after party, you know, I might sometimes just go to the studio and make my own little party and work at the same time. Or I work all the time. We work in the car, in the taxi, on the airplanes, and you know, when J-Lo calls me for a song or for some melodies, you know, you gotta deliver. Or Akon or Enrique Iglesias, because I'm also a songwriter. Besides being an artist, I write a lot of music. I spend a lot of time in the studio. I don't know how I make it happen, but for some mysterious and, you know, magical way, it's just working.
For some
Thank God
random way.
for that.
Speaking of Joburg, what are one of your most favorite spots about Johannesburg, and what actually brought you to Joburg?
Well, I came, first of all, Joburg is a beautiful city. I've spent a lot of time in the Mandela Square this weekend, and it's definitely like a very charming and nice place to stay at and relax and some good food and stuff. What brings me to Joburg is actually music. I was at the Mamas this weekend.
Yes.
And I presented 2 awards, Best Hip Hop and Best Breakthrough. I'm lucky I didn't get shot for the hip hop one because it's pretty controversial, right? But hey, to be nominated is like a victory.
I mean, how's the whole venture from being a Grammy Award winner? Because it's not just a small title; it's a massive title.
When you put it like that, it's huge, right? And I mean, for me, I think it's just an acknowledgement that I'm doing the right thing, and I should just keep on focusing on doing what I do best, which is music, which is songwriting. And that Grammy that I share with Pitbull for the work that I did on his album and the songwriting that we did and the songs we sing together. He's a really good friend of mine. So it was a really cool experience to be an African representing Africa and opening a door and saying, guys, my fellow African musicians, this is the Grammys.
Wow, so fantastic. Now, what are you currently working on, and who should we kind of expect to see you with?
Well, I'm working on a lot of different things. I got Lumino, who's an upcoming artist who I support. We just dropped a video. You guys should check it out. It's called Roko no Lo. It's on YouTube. Like, it dropped 2 days ago.
Oh, nice.
Lumino featuring Mohombi. And I'm also working on an African album where I have my boys. I got like a Diamond is on board. I got BB Cool from Uganda. I got some South African. I don't want to name all of them, you know, because we're still working.
You wanted to be surprised for some.
But what I wanted to say is that I'm trying to unite African artists and music, because I feel like, okay, for many years I've been an ambassador for African music all around the world, from Tokyo to Alaska, from Stockholm to Joburg, and I feel like, okay, guys, Africa is the next big thing, musically and overall, I would say. So what I want to show the world what we're about.
Hi, I'm Mpho Pops Madikwani, and you're watching Joburg Today.
For more news on the city, do check out our playlist. That's all from me, Ray, and the rest of the Joburg Today crew. That's goodbye.